My child, tonight, the room is silent. A faint light glows on your desk, a small cross hangs on the wall, and inside, a weary heart. You sit there, arms crossed, eyes lifted toward the ceiling, and you whisper, or more like, you cry in silence, Lord, where are you? I've read the Bible. I've prayed, I've gone to church, but why do you still feel so far away? Why do my words fall into emptiness? Why does my heart feel hollow? A night, a cry, and God seems silent. Do you know, you're not alone. The Bible is full of people who once asked, my God, why have you forsaken me? Psalm 22:1. Even Jesus Christ Emmanuel once cried that same prayer on the cross. If Christ himself once felt the Father's silence, then it's no surprise that we sometimes feel the same. 1. Silence does not mean absence. There are seasons, the sky stays blue, the wind still blows, the sun still rises, but God seems to disappear from our feelings. It's not because he's far. It's not because he's abandoned you. It's because he's hiding. He hides not to punish, but to teach. He hides not to reject, but to awaken a deeper longing. Jeremiah 29:13 says, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Sometimes God steps back, so you can step forward. Sometimes God goes silent, so you can learn to hear the whisper. Like Elijah on Mount Horeb, God was not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire, but in a gentle whisper. 1 Kings 19:12. Maybe you're waiting for thunder, but God is speaking softly. 2. The dark night of the soul. There's a phrase in theology, the dark night of the soul. It's when a believer no longer feels spiritual warmth. Prayers feel empty, worship feels distant. You're doing everything right, but God is silent. But it's in that dark night, faith is refined. Faith does not need feelings. Faith needs perseverance. Like Mother Teresa of Calcutta once wrote, for 50 years I didn't feel God's presence, but I still chose to love him. If feelings are like sunshine, then faith is the flame. Sunshine fades, but the flame keeps burning. 3. Maybe God is doing something greater. Like Joseph, sold by his brothers, falsely accused, thrown into prison. In that dark cell, Joseph didn't see God's hand. He didn't hear God's promise. There were no signs of a miracle, only silence. But even then, God was working. He was arranging every piece, every connection, preparing to lift Joseph from the prison to the throne. Sometimes God doesn't answer right away, because he's preparing something greater. 4. Feeling distant is not being distant. Psalm 139 says, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. There's no place where God cannot reach you. No pain that makes him walk away. No mistake that makes him let go. He's still here, still watching, still waiting, still loving. Feeling far is just a feeling. God is near even when your heart doesn't feel it. 5. What God wants you to know. Maybe he's silent because he wants you to seek him, not just the answers. He wants you to love the God of miracles more than the miracles. He wants you to desire the giver more than the gifts. Maybe he's silent because he knows you're growing up. A child needs a parent to hold their hand, but an adult learns to walk by faith. And in that distance, God is actually near, closer than your breath, closer than your heartbeat, closer than you are to yourself. My child, if today you don't feel God, if your heart is cold, dry, lost, if your prayers fall into silence, don't stop, don't give up, don't believe the lie that God has left you, because he's right here, waiting for you to walk through the dark night, so that when morning comes, the light will shine brighter than ever. Hebrews 11:1 says, Faith is being sure of what we hope for, and certain of what we do not see. Maybe. God is silent, so your love can grow deeper. God hides so your faith can grow stronger. God feels far, so your longing can grow closer. And one day, He will step into that quiet room and say, "I've been here all along. Keep walking. He's closer than you feel."